The woman at the morgue pulled back the sheet and asked me to confirm the identity. It was my face, but I was standing right there. I stumbled backward and grabbed the wall while the medical examiner looked at me with concern. "Ma'am, are you all right?" I couldn't answer. The woman on the table had my exact face, my nose, my freckles, the small scar above my left eyebrow from a childhood accident. She was wearing a dress I owned, a necklace my grandmother gave me. "This isn't possible," I whispered. "Do you know this person?" The examiner asked. "She looks exactly like me. How is this possible?" The examiner checked her notes. "The body was found 3 days ago in a hotel room. Apparent overdose. No identification on her. Someone called in an anonymous tip that she might be you." Someone had called in a tip. Someone knew about this woman who looked identical to me. I thought about my life over the past few months. Strange things I had brushed off as coincidence. My credit card declined even though I had money. A coworker mentioned seeing me at a restaurant across town when I was homesick. My neighbor asked about my trip to the coast when I hadn't gone anywhere. Someone had been living as me. The detective assigned was a tired man named Whitmore. "We've never seen anything like this," he admitted. "The resemblance is uncanny. We're running DNA tests." The DNA results showed this woman was not related to me at all. No twins separated at birth. Just a stranger who looked exactly like me. But the investigation revealed something darker. This woman had been using my identity for 2 years. She had opened credit cards in my name, rented apartments in my name, and started a job using my social security number. She had been living a parallel life as me in a city 3 hours away. "How did I not know?" I asked. "She was careful. Used your maiden name, stayed off social media. If she hadn't died, you might never have found out." The anonymous tip came from a burner phone. Someone wanted her found. Someone wanted me to know. Whitmore discovered she hadn't acted alone. There was a man named Arlo who helped her assume my identity and coached her on becoming me. He had studied my social media, my records, my family history. He had taught her my mannerisms. They had been running this con together for years. Arlo had a record for identity theft spanning decades. He found women who resembled his targets and transformed them into copies. Once they had extracted enough money, he would eliminate them and move on. The overdose wasn't accidental. Arlo killed her because she was becoming a liability. She had started feeling guilty and wanted to come clean to me. He couldn't let that happen. Police found Arlo 2 weeks later, trying to board a flight out of the country. She had been homeless when Arlo found her and offered her a way out. He had promised money and stability in exchange for becoming someone else. By the time she realized what she had gotten into, it was too late. Arlo got 40 years for murder and fraud. I testified and watched him show zero remorse. He saw people as opportunities to exploit. Della was buried in a small cemetery with a headstone bearing her real name. I visit sometimes. It feels strange mourning someone who stole my identity, but she was a victim, too. Just another woman Arlo used and discarded. The police helped me repair my credit and clear the fraudulent accounts. It took months, but eventually my life was my own again. The detective told me I was lucky. If Della hadn't died, Arlo might have targeted me directly. I was next on his list. I sleep with my doors double locked now. I check my credit report weekly. Arlo was in prison, but the paranoia lives rent-free in my mind. Some things you never fully recover from. You learn to live alongside the scars. I went to therapy for 6 months after everything happened. The therapist said it was normal to feel violated, even though nothing physical had happened. Someone had stolen my entire existence and worn it like a costume. That kind of invasion doesn't heal quickly. I changed everything about my digital life. New passwords, new security questions. I froze my credit and set up alerts for any new accounts opened in my name. I became obsessed with protecting myself from something that had already happened. My friends say I'm paranoid now. Maybe I am, but I know something most people don't. There are predators who study us through our social media posts. They find people to become us, then they drain all we own.